Hello SL race fans, and welcome to Two Raw Racing Magazine. This week's show will highlight the kickoff of the 2013 Two Raw Racing season. We'll watch highlights of both races, analyze stats, and interview two of the points leaders. This is Luke Flywalker, and I'll be your host for this evening's show. Strap your helmets on, buckle up, and here we go. This week we kicked off the 2013 racing season, adding motorcycles to the venue. Let's take a look at the Wednesday night action at Track 2 with the motorcycles. It all started here on Wednesday evening. The motorcycles took to the track for the first time, and as with all of our sanctioned races, everyone uses the same vehicle. These bikes were made by Vicky Vella. It's the VC-Z1 Sport Bike. It's a great bike and a fun ride. Thanks, Vicky, for making us such a nice bike to race with. Let's take a look at the starting field. On the pole was Adikio Takakura. In second, Kevin Kiranov. Third was Ronan Zane. Cameron Giordi started fourth. Fifth was Tudi Ara. Sixth was Miss Dainty. And seventh was M. Wybrow, who subbed for Christina Mahana. Due to a driver dropping out of the race, we had to restart, and we restarted with the positions of the finish of the last race. So that put Kevin Kiranov on the pole and Ronan Zane in first position and Cameron Giordi in third. The start of the race, Kevin took off to a quick lead, but he had some problems and dropped back at one point. Ronan Zane took over and did a great job. He ran a great race, and he's going to be one of the contenders in this point series. He's in second place right now. I thought he was going to be the one to go to the checkers, but he didn't quite make it there because Kev worked his magic one more time. As you can see there, Kev is an excellent driver. His marks are always right on, and he very seldom gets hung up on the wall. So that's part of the secret to his success. And I caught up with Kevin for a text interview. Kevin's been racing in SL for a couple months now, and he also races at the Rubbin' Racing Sims in the Challenge Car Series and the Nationwide Series. When I asked him about his race, the final race of the 2012 season on track 14 here, where he went over the wall and almost went over the side of the track, and somehow, it was a miracle, he kept it on the track. And I asked him how he managed to do that, and his answer was, Yoda taught me well. Ha. I asked Kev how he liked racing bikes as opposed to cars, and he said he likes the bikes because there's more room to move around, but your lines are more important because they are smaller, and it doesn't matter as much with the cars, so you have to really take it into consideration how you move around the turns with the bikes. He plans on racing in the Saturday race, and he's just going to practice to get better. Now the race final. Kev Kiranov was first, Ronan Zane second, Cameron Giordi third, Miss Dainty fourth, Tudi Ara fifth, Adikio Takakura sixth, M. Wybrow seventh, and Tudi Ara had the fastest lap of the race at 25.465 seconds. Congratulations, Tudi. Congratulations, Kev, and to all the racers. A great job for the first motorcycle race at 2. Now on to Saturday and the car races. We held these at Track 9, and as you can see there, Track 9, Tudi retextured the outside for me so that I could see through to videotape. But as you're driving, you're in a tunnel, which is good and bad. Sometimes it limits your vision, but it also prevents you from going over the side. So Track 9 is one of our most popular tracks, and it proves to be an excellent venue for our race, as you will see. We had 11 entries, so we ran a B main to decide the final three positions for the A main, and on the pole for the A main was Kev Kiranov, second Ronan Zane, third Cameron Giordi, fourth Dorian Dojitz, fifth Foreman Farshore, sixth Luisto Avon, seventh Kamiko Raiko, and 8th, Firefly Powell. With Kev Kiranov on the pole, I'm sure that the other drivers were worried that he was going to get out to an early lead and they wouldn't be able to touch him. But that was not to be, as Ronan Zane had some other ideas about taking the lead, and he banged Kev around a little bit, and then looked there at Cameron Giordi, who slipped through and took advantage of the situation and moved to an early lead. And Cameron ends up leading 13 laps of this race. I caught up with Cam for an interview after the race, so let's listen to what Cam had to say about the race as we watch him run a very excellent race. Cam, that was an amazing race tonight. Probably one of the most entertaining things I've seen here in Two Raw, and probably in Second Life, at least things I can talk about. But
it was great.
Yeah, was it fun?
Fun. A lot of entertainment, a lot of fun. I tell you what, it's just gets exciting. You know, even though you're in this game playing, but it just tell you what, it makes me nervous at the end of the race, just trying to keep up with everybody, and it's exciting. I love it. It's great.
Well, and that's the main thing. Like, you know, I heard Killer say tonight that, you know, this is for fun. You know, we're here racing for fun. It's not like some of the racing sims where, you know, it's just all about racing, because we're about some other things here. But, you know, our main goal here is fun. So, and I think we did have that tonight. I know it was fun watching. So what, you know, I had the Cam locked in on Kev at the start of the race. He was the pole setter, and I kind of thought it was going to be a repeat of the motorcycle race. I thought he was going to walk away winner there, which he actually did, but it was you that took the lead right in the first lap. Tell us about that start.
When we started, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, Kev was on the back of my mind all through the race, and so was Ronan and a bunch of others that were behind me, because you get out front. We started, and there was just a little mix-up at the beginning, which there always is. There's that cluster, and ever who comes out of that cluster is really going to have her made. And I just happened to be out front, and I just kept going for it. I didn't hear no engines behind me. I thought, well, that's a good sign, but I knew it was going to be a long race. And knowing Kevin and Ronan back there, it was just a matter of time before they would come up and catch me, which Kevin did. But it was very, how you want to say, I need a pill afterwards. After the race, you just calm the nerves down.
Maybe something even stronger.
Huh? Great.
Yeah, I think we got a new nickname for Ronan, because I was watching him come up behind you there, just eating away lap after lap. We ought to call him the Shark, because that's what it kind of reminded me of, a shark lurking there behind you just waiting to strike. And he did on lap 13 is when he took you, but that was pretty amazing to watch him. He was driving just about, except for the first 2 laps there, he was as consistent as you were, but you were the most consistent driver of the race. Your laps hit pretty much within a second of each other.
You know,
yeah.
You're not battling with anybody. Like you said, you got clean air, as they say. I heard that from a famous man one time.
Yeah.
But you know, there's you still have to watch what you're doing, and
well,
just hope you don't hear nobody coming up from behind.
What happened to Ronan? He got into one of the lap cars there after he passed you, and then you went back by him again. But if it hadn't been for that, he may have been the winner. But he's a pretty amazing driver himself. So your lap times, I pulled them up there for you to see, and they were all 54s and 55s through the whole thing. And the other two leaders there were up and down a little bit, but what about Kev there? You know, I mean, he started hitting 53 second laps, and you were in the 54s and 55s. So I guess that's what made the difference.
I started breaking down. You know, I could only be cool for so long. It gets towards the end of that race, and I know somebody's going to be coming up. It's like a game of cat and mouse, I was thinking.
Yeah.
And sure enough, here come Kev up from behind and passed me, and I thought, well, I'll keep going for it. And somehow or another, I think he got tangled up in the wall with somebody. And I passed him. I thought, well, got to be getting close to the end. It has to be, but it wasn't. I think we had 3-4 laps to go yet. And he was pushing it, and it didn't take him long to catch up to me. And he passed me. Yeah, I thought, well, it was a good feeling to know that you're out front, winning, and then you get passed, and it's like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna fall apart from there, but I kind of held in there. It was all fun. It was all good.
Oh yeah. Well, it's too bad they're not paying lap money and for leading laps.
Well, yeah, I'll have to bring
they-
that up to the
Yeah,
killer.
yeah, lap money
You know.
and give you points for leading the most laps because you led 13 laps. So,
You'll probably
that's
never see
pretty
that
amazing.
again. Really.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is the first race of the season, so
And we
you
also
guys can
had
only
some,
get better.
Yeah. Well, we had some new people too that came in, first-time racers,
That's right.
and they did actually very, very well.
We had some really good racers there.
Oh yeah, it was. The cars are tuned right. They're easy to handle once you get used to them. They're set up so you don't have to do no adjustment, and they're all the same. And it's just a matter of the competition. It just goes on. It's there for everyone.
And here's the final results for the 2013 Auto Racing Season Opener. Congratulations to all. Stay tuned for the next installment of Two Raw Racing Magazine. Racing vehicles are provided by Vicky Vella and 2D Raw. Two Raw Racing Magazine is sponsored by the Two Raw Sim Owners Group and Flywalker Aviation Outfitters. It is a production of the SL Auto Racing Network.